you're a Capricorn born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of June 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So Capricorns, a lot of you are tired, like it reminds me of somebody who's been being pulled behind a automobile, and the fumes from the car in your face, and you're being pulled along, right? Like so it's like you're almost out of gas, you're being pulled over the finish line, you're gagging, you're coughing. Oh no, there's no way to live. So it feels like you guys have been under immense pressure, like my heart hurts. So that can mean, it can be emotionally trying for you, or it could actually be that you are physically exhausted, that you've been doing so much. So in June, you're going to find just a whole new paradigm of living, opportunity for you. And part of it is that you're going to get to change some of the the things of your life that aren't working, right? So you're going to be asked to be able to make changes around your lifestyle, around your health, around what's important to you. And I just see you kind of like everything shattering, and being able to be okay that it's shattered. Like just I see this shattering, and then you see the blue sky. It's like, wow, thank God that happened. The changes that may happen for you could for some of you feel alarming, but just know that right behind them there's nothing but blue sky and peace. So even though it may be a relationship, or it may be a career move, or a job that didn't kind of go as planned, as you enter this June, it just feels like, okay, you're stepping outside of this thing that shattered, and now you're approaching life new and improved, and it's going to get better. Okay, let's begin with relationships, romantic relationships for Capricorn, and see what's in store for you. Well, there's a resiliency that's here, and there's also, I feel the kind of like the cry, the need to be taken care of, and just wanting to kind of curl up and just like, life's been hard and I want somebody to hold me kind of energy. So just know that your partner can be there for you. Some of you it may require you letting go of your anger towards them about not being there or not seeing you, or whatever it is that has pushed them away, whether it was they went away or you pushed them away, it doesn't matter. It's about letting go and just allowing yourself to be healed and helped, and asking for it. This is what I need. Can you do this for me, right? And then giving them the room to say no, and not being mad if they do. Because in order to really have true partnership or alliance, the other person has to have room to say no, and you have to give them the room to say no. And I feel by doing that, you're going to create this new bond, this deeper bond, and this, it's already feels resilient, but it just takes it to another level. And then I also feel like the end of the month provides, just relief. Whether you take a trip and you go to the mountains, or you're out in the sun, or you're at the beach. But I do feel like this break is coming, this very much needed break, for you to be able to be cared for and nurtured and pampered, and for both you and your partner. So it feels really like, it's about time. Yeah, I like that energy a lot. Okay, anything else for romantic couples? Patience with each other, patience and persistence, and it feels like there's a lot of laughs that you guys can have together, and a lot of socializing. So there may be a lot of individual socializing that's going on in June, and then coming together at the end of the month. So I just see both of you extremely busy, and then being able to come together at the end of the month. Okay, for those of you who are single and looking for romance, what can you Capricorns expect? Well, there's just like a lot of people along the way. There's a lot of people to meet. There's a lot of opportunity. And most of the time I feel like you're unaware of your effect on other people, or that you have an agenda, and it's usually not about romance. It's usually about something else. And so I feel like this month that the agenda kind of falls away and the information comes in, like just the people start to show up. So I feel like there's a lot of movement of people seeing you for the first time and getting to know you, and like, what, you've been coming here for a year? How come I didn't see you before? Like that sort of thing. So you may hear people saying, what, you've been a member here for 6 months and I've never met you? What's that about? Right? It's like that kind of energy. So all of a sudden you're going to start to step into your light to be seen, and you're going to hear people acknowledging you, saying, why haven't I heard about you sooner? Or, wow, I'm so glad to meet you. So just know that timing is everything, and now the light is on you. So there's this opportunity for you to really be seen and heard and be noticed and acknowledged for your value, for your gifts, and for the truth of who you are. So it's a really nice kind of like coming home energy of other people witnessing your value, witnessing, you know, who you are in the world and what you do for them. So it's really beautiful energy. Okay, let's move into money and career for Capricorns. So I feel like, oh, interesting. I feel like, you know, some of you maybe have been chasing the dollar and you see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like this is the month you get, you know, that tunnel gets really, really small, but you get through it. And then it really opens up by the end of the month. So I feel like it might be a struggle with all the money obligations and everything you have going on. But I feel like by the time you get to that full moon on June 28th in Capricorn, that you get through it, that you can see your way out through the end of the month. And then the next month, just boom, feel this big burst and open of money again. So definitely some money drama happening for you this month, kind of a slippery slope. A lot comes in, a lot goes out, a lot goes out, a lot comes in, right? It's just this kind of like flowing back and forth, and then just this silence, right? And kind of like dripping water, like, oh, I'm spending money. And your job is to kind of stop, like have awareness, but also have an appreciation about everything that you have and that you own and you possess. You know, we don't want to get oppressed and weighed down by like, oh my God, I can't believe it takes me $5,000 a month to live. That's insane. Or I can't believe it takes me $50,000 a month to live. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, whatever that number is for you, let go and create it how you want it. And the universe is slowing down, and I almost hear like it's like quiet. So you can stop and go, do I want this? Do I want it to continue? How do I want it to continue? Is this the way I want to express myself in the world? So I feel like there's this silence for you to create your money and your career and the habits that are going to get you to be able to receive what it is that you say that you want. So this month, there's a lot of power in stillness and stopping and letting the universe flood you with the answer, and then moving forward, and then stopping and let the universe flood you with the answer, and then move forward. Like it's this rhythm of, and you're being guided, you know, actually being guided. So if anything doesn't work and it falls apart, just go, thank God, the universe doesn't want me to do that anymore. So whatever's falling apart, don't get scared. Just go, okay, great, then bring the next thing. I'm ready for it. And so if you shift the consciousness and ask for it to be shown for you for what's next, it'll help to open the creative genius inside of you so that you can actually accomplish it and get it. Okay, let's see if there's any health issues or anything going on for Capricorns. Yeah, I just feel some tension around the heart and some pressure around the heart, forcing yourself to do things, and maybe it's just the erratic, like, you got to get going, the financial pressure that we put on ourselves. So I just feel some heart congestions for some of you. You know, having an awareness of your stress level, walking, taking care of yourself. Obviously, if you do have heart pain, you should go to a doctor. You know, aside from the normal things, you want to release stress, because for most of us, it's just stress induced, and at times it gets ramped up. So it could be that this month it becomes a little bit of an intense month in terms of the expectations that you put on yourself. It can be a much more relaxing month and really successful and bountiful with your cooperation and letting go and moving forward and saying, yeah, this works, this feels good to me, I like this rhythm, I like this amount of work, I like being able to see my kid after school, I like being able to have my own time during the day. So it just feels like you're finding a new rhythm with yourself, and in turn your money and your career will follow. All right, Capricorns, have an amazing month. Enjoy it. Have a wonderful June. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like. Comment below if you'd like. Share it with your friends, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. Have a great month, everybody.